Hope you can see me. Hi everyone. Let me share. Hi guys, I'm sorry. I want to. It's not the usual time I come on live, guys. I know this is not the usual time I come on live, but today is a public holiday here in Nigeria, and I decided to come on live. Okay, can you see me now? Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So today is a public holiday here in Nigeria. So I have a work-free day. So let me come on live. Oh, sorry, the system. So you're coming in, please like this live stream. Hey, hello, Amelia. How are you doing? Good afternoon. Yes, a public holiday today. We have a public holiday here in Nigeria. There's a Muslim holiday, Muslim festival holiday. So I'm kind of free. All right, so yeah, it's a Muslim holiday, Eid something. I think it's a Muslim holiday. So I saw something on the internet and I just saw it this morning. I said, okay, let's come and talk about it. So is there a large Muslim population there? Yes, so we have a large Muslim population here. So definitely we have to observe all the, the, what they call it? All the holidays. Okay, it's from the outside. We have to observe all the religious holidays. Okay, so like I said, the title says, oh, you didn't know? Okay. All right, say you did not know. Now you know. Over there in South Africa, you guys you don't observe the holidays, the Muslim festival holidays and all. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so I saw a video which I think I will want to talk about it before I go live later today. I think I'll go live by 6 or 7 thereabout. That will be on another topic, talking about, I think we talked about it yesterday, about a particular beauty queen that was dethroned. She was dethroned because of some harassment and all that. So I just stumbled on this video by former Miss Universe Nepal. She obviously she has a YouTube channel, and she shared something on her YouTube channel called The Good, Bad, and Ugly of Miss Universe Nepal Journey. So I was not like, this particular video, it's like, it's more or less like what we have been talking about in beauty pageant. Okay, so you did not know. Oh, you didn't know, really? Wow. So you guys don't celebrate Muslim holidays over there in South Africa. Anyways, over here, both the Christians and the Muslims will all observe each other's religious holidays. So it's more or less like today is a work-free day for everybody, except for private persons. But yeah, I decided to relax today. Okay. All right. So I saw this video and I was like, okay, let us come on here and analyze it. You guys know Miss Nepal last year. She was a plus size model, and she is someone that, you know, she's very very eloquent, very outspoken, and you know she made mention of certain things that she went through during her Miss Nepal journey and even Miss Universe journey as well. You know, being a plus size beauty queen, there's a whole lot that, you know, she must have gone through. So I said, okay, let me just come and play this video here so that all of us can listen to what she had to say, and I will just, you know, come and analyze. They will use it as a point of contact for the evening topic.
News by changing the beauty standards and standing up on the stage of Miss Universe Top 20 to show the world that we're all beautiful and we're all deserving. All
right, so before I continue, this is just for the purpose of, you know, for us to understand for you guys to understand, because I've already watched the video. It's for you guys to understand what she went through. Okay, so for the purpose of you know, copyright, is just taking permission for me to use her voice note, her audio, to play to you guys so you guys can understand what she was saying pertaining to what she went through in Miss Universe Nepal. First of all,
I want to share my journey of Miss Universe Nepal and like how my reign went. I want to share the good, the bad, the ugly. I want to share everything, and I just want to be really honest and kind of like talk about things that I think that need to be changed, or things that can improve in the beauty pageant industry, and especially the industry in Nepal. So let's get started. So my reign was overall pretty good.
Sorry guys.
Right when I won, see, like there was a given, right? There was a given, and there was an announcement like from beforehand that there was always a prize money of 10 lakhs, which is approximately about $6,000. It's not, you know, but it's the prize money, right? And that is usually a given. And this year, they didn't announce anything, but everybody assumed that there would be a prize money.
Okay, no. So Miss Nepal was saying that. Okay, hi Ashanka. So former Miss Nepal for 2023, you guys know her now, Deepika Garrett. She was saying that obviously when she won during her time, I think there's actually a prize money attached to winning the pageant. Okay, so according to what she said, that is about approximately $6,000 that she was supposed to win after her reign, but it wasn't given to her. So she's also saying that, you know, she's also a victim of corruption in pageantry. So her prize money for winning Miss Universe Nepal wasn't given to her. So that's what she's trying to explain here. I hope you guys can hear me. I can hear the audio very well. So let me play it again. Let me continue from where I stopped.
Assumed that there would be a prize money of 10 lakhs. Every single year, the girl received 10 lakhs. And this year, all of a sudden, right when I won, I was told, oh, you're not getting your prize money. Right after I won. Then I was forced to and coerced to sign a contract that I did not want to sign. And I told them I'm not going to sign it until my lawyers look at the contract and make sure everything is correct. In the contract, they changed the contract completely. Then they put in the contract that I have to do all these different things, but then all they said that they're going to do for me is just provide jobs for me, which they did not do. Then they will provide sponsorship shoots, which I have to fulfill, which I did, and that they would look after my entire reign, which they did not do. The Miss Universe Nepal organization was apparently bought by another franchise right after I went to El Salvador in 2023. And all of a sudden, the whole thing was switched up, and I was left alone.
Okay, so obviously what she's saying now is that after she won Miss Universe Nepal, she was given a contract to sign. Apart from the fact that, you know, the prize money and all, she didn't get to see them. And even in the contract, they were stating that, you know, they were going to take off some of her, you know, expenses during her reign, you know, even covering her expenses to El Salvador for the Miss Universe pageant. Also talking about, you know, so many things they're going to do for her. They're going to give her jobs. They're going to give her shoots. They're going to give her so many things they promised, which was never fulfilled. So as you can see right now, even when you sign a contract as a beauty queen, you're not even guaranteed, you know, what you've been promised. Okay, so that's what she's trying to say here, and let's continue from where she stopped because it's a long video. I think it's about 20 minutes, so I don't want us to waste much time here.
Switched up, and I was left alone. And even before that, I was mostly alone. The Miss Universe Nepal organization team was literally 4 people. It was literally 4 people. And it was the national director, the organizer, and then a few other people that were collaborating with them. And they lied to me and they said that, oh yeah, like instead of giving you prize money, we're gonna use all the money to help groom you, to help you, so you can go to El Salvador. Otherwise, you'll have to pay for your flight tickets and everything. Kind of like trying to gaslight me. And I said, okay. So I secretly found out, and I found out that they didn't spend a dime on me. They didn't spend $1 or 1 rupee on me. I spent everything on my own because I kept asking them. I had to keep spending my own money for my own transportation, for my own food, which they did not provide for me. And they kept demanding me to go to these different places for trainings, for all these different things, all these meetings, and I had to do everything on my own. I asked them for some transport money, for some food money, and they said, no, we can't. It was just too bad. And I would have to do everything on my own. And then eventually, like, I had 0 money left by the end of, like, by the point where I was about to go to Miss Universe. And I was completely broke, and I was traveling alone. And it was just very, like, frustrating for me, because like when I would share my complaints to them, like I would be like, hey, like.
So let me just summarize from what she was saying. That after she won Miss Universe Nepal, you know, all the prize money, all the things they promised her, even the contracts she signed, none of them were executed. None of the promises that they made in the contract, none of the contractual terms were, you know, they were not executed at all. And also she talked about the fact that another franchise bought over Miss Universe Nepal. Okay, they bought over Miss Universe Nepal, and you know, because of that, and the new franchise holders, they didn't even take care of her expenses, you know, leading to Miss Universe in El Salvador. There was no, you know, her feeding expenses, her you know, shoots, evening wear, all the things she needs to spend, all the preparation she was supposed to undergo before she went to, you know, Miss Universe in El Salvador. Nothing was, you know, done for her. She was the one that, you know, took care of all her expenses and all before she went to El Salvador. Okay, so that's just a, you know, like a summary of what she's saying. Let's continue from where she stopped.
It's like when I would share my complaints to them, like I would be like, hey, like, I mean, I think we need to get a photographer. Like, I think we need to have that better media person, you know. Like, they didn't even have a photographer. I had to literally find my own photographers last minute. I had to find my own flight tickets last minute. I had to beg airlines for myself to get me a sponsored ticket because they didn't want to pay for the ticket for me, and they didn't want, and they were like kind of like gaslighting me, and kind of like basically saying like, oh, if you don't get a ticket, then you'll have to pay for it yourself, and why don't you just like look for a ticket? And I told them, like, I can't do all of this. I'm literally training. I was like working like 16 hours a day, like literally training, making sure all my outfits were working out, all my outfits were coming, my gowns were coming, literally doing makeup and hair training, walk training, talk Q&A training, and they didn't even give me proper training. Like, I had like a few sessions, that's it, like a very few sessions, and I literally took everything in my own hands, and I forced myself to I just took it in my own hands, and I just made sure that I got trainings online from wonderful people that really helped me. They were so sweet. Like, I just felt so grateful to have them, and that was really amazing that they were helping me online, because I didn't have anybody physical, or even when they did provide somebody physical for me, it was just very few sessions. It wasn't enough to prepare me for Miss Universe, and I took it in my own hand to prepare myself, and I prepared myself in 6 weeks, and they did help as much as they could, the team that we had, which wasn't really a team, but I just think that, I mean, I was just very upset and hurt because they portrayed the organization that it was so organized, and they had everything covered. They have everything. There was prize money. The girl's going to get, you know, the winner's supposed to get this, that. But the winner got nothing. I got nothing, absolutely nothing. I didn't get one dime from them. And then it literally says in their contract it's a paid job. They don't specify anything. They try to hide everything. And legally, because they, you know, they don't want to get into illegal battles, right? But basically, they try to hide everything. They try to make it look like, you know, everything's perfect. And then right when I won, the true colors came out, and it showed that, you know, they didn't want to spend a dime on me. Everything was collaboration. I asked every single sponsor that they gave lakhs and lakhs, like thousands of dollars each sponsor gave to the organization, and they said that, oh yeah, we're just doing collaboration. Like they're not paying us. We paid them, and you basically using your face in return, right? And that's what I got. And I basically had to give my face and give my likeliness for free for a year. And it was very frustrating because I was working so hard and I just wanted to get some sort of payment back or something like to be taken care of, but I didn't get any sort of care or, anything back. And when it was said that it was a paid job, I expected to get at least prize money from the win. And I had to do everything on my own. And they said, oh, you don't get prize money, sorry. We don't have any budget, we don't have money. And it's like, And so I had to literally use all my funds and resources. I'm literally an independent girl. My parents don't support me financially. Nobody supports me financially except myself. And it was very difficult to do that because in the Nepal's economy, the economy isn't very strong here. And I just graduated from nursing school, so I didn't have that much money or that much savings to look after myself. And I expected that there would be some sort of payment for my 1 year tenure as Miss Universe Nepal. And when that didn't happen, I was at a point where I was literally starving at some point. I don't even have food in my fridge. I don't even have money to buy food. It was that bad. And I was literally struggling so much. I had to ask people for money. And it was just very it was very downgrading, And
Guys, are you hearing what she's saying? Miss Universe Nepal, between last year, I don't know if you guys heard what she said right now. It's so painful. You can imagine, when you after winning the pageant, there was nothing that was given to her. Even her preparation for El Salvador last year, she wasn't given any personal training. She had to get her trainings online. Even feeding was a problem. I don't know how worse it can be. As a beauty pageant winner in a country like Nepal, at least it's not that bad that they cannot feed you as a beauty queen. So she had to do everything on her own. And since she just graduated from school, she didn't have a lot of funds. She wasn't working then, and her parents were not supporting her financially. So she had to beg for funds. She has to beg for funds. A beauty queen had to beg for funds. It's so sad. We're talking about the ones in Africa, and we are seeing something from outside Africa. This is worse. This is way worse than what is happening in Africa. When I watched this video, I was shocked. Is this what beauty queens go through in other countries? Probably we don't even know what is happening. And if they don't come out to tell you, you will not know. You'll be thinking that, oh, the ones in Africa are worse off, not knowing that the ones abroad, they are even worse, So it's so sad. It's so sad. Let me continue.
And when I went to Miss Universe, it was pretty good. I was training. I just had 6 weeks before the competition, and I went to Miss Universe, and by that time I was so burnt out. And I still gave my all. And I really enjoyed the Miss Universe competition. It was amazing. It was so lovely. But a few things I was very sad about is that they didn't give any priority to the smaller countries. They treated the smaller countries like we were less than the bigger pageant countries. And it was very unfair and very sad. And if I was just a normal girl, I wouldn't have gotten the amount of press or the amount of hype that I got. And I'm really, really grateful.
Okay, now after what she went through, preparing for Miss Universe last year, and with all this, with her being the one to cover all her expenses and all, before going to El Salvador. Now getting to El Salvador, she talked about issues with the organizers of Miss Universe favoring bigger countries, bigger countries in pageantry than the smaller countries. That she noticed that there was some form of favoritism amongst the organizers of Miss Universe, because she's coming from a small country like Nepal. So she wasn't given that much support. Okay, so that was one of our observations in the pageant. Okay, so she's going to say a lot. You guys just hold on. She's going to say a lot from her experience in Miss Universe last year.
That I got, and I'm really, really grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I got so much hype, I got so much exposure, I got so much news, and I was just able to break so many stereotypes and boundaries, and it was lovely. I wasn't expecting that in my entire life, but it happened, and God opened a door for me, and it was beautiful. But I was just so sad because I got global news. I got global, people in the most random countries I don't even know existed.
Guys, I'm sorry. Guys, that because she was a plus size model or plus size beauty queen. She got all the support that she wanted because a lot of persons, were tilting towards her because at some point, they were like, this is the first plus size contestant we're having in Miss Universe. So that was why she got the attention, the press attention and all. Apart from that, she was saying that, as a smaller country, you don't have that much presence in Miss Universe, and search factor also matters when it comes to Miss Universe. So she was also talking about an experience as per all that she went through.
Existed literally had news about me, and I was like shocked, and like not many people get that, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so happy for that I got that platform. So I'm very happy that and grateful that I had that platform and I was able to get that opportunity because it's very rare, and I was very happy. But after Miss Universe, right after Miss Universe happened, I came back and I had no management, I had no team, right? So it's the things that I wanted to do, I couldn't do. I wanted to start an organization for PCOS. I wanted to do a lot of work with PCOS. I really did. That was really my goal. But I couldn't because I was a one-man show. I was all by myself. And there was no team. And even my organizer, the national director of the Miss Universe Nepal literally got cut off all of a sudden because there was some fight between the national director and the organizer. And then all of a sudden the organizer again got cut off, and there was a new franchise that was bought, the franchise was bought again from the new franchise holders, and then they kind of just they approached me, and I said, well, I'm literally being threatened. I was literally being threatened by my organizers saying, oh, I can take legal action against you if you go with them, or if you, because you got jobs previously without letting me know. And I had to get jobs. I had to literally make content, small contents for brands, because that's the only way I was getting paid. How would I get money for food? I wouldn't, he didn't even give me money for food. He didn't give me anything. And how am I supposed to sustain myself and be an independent person when I'm all by myself? There's no team. And then you want to threaten me and say that you can sue me because I made a few content for a few brands without your approval? Well, I had to do it because I needed the money, right? I needed to make some money, and I needed to make something to survive. And so he kept threatening me, and I told them, look, I'm being threatened, and I'd love to join you guys, right? But I can't, I don't know, I'm not really sure. I have to talk to my lawyer, And then after a month, I messaged them again, and I said, look, I'll do it. I'll crown the next Miss Universe. I'd love to. It's my right, and I'd love to do it. And then their reply to me was, oh, well, we're not receiving messages from anybody right now, but we'll get back to you if we need to reply. That's what they said to me. So that was very disrespectful and very rude. And, good for that. I don't care anymore. I'm just done. I've just been so done. I just think that a lot of beauty pageants, especially in Nepal, they exploit a lot of girls. They treat them really badly. There's a lot of sexual harassment. There's a lot of financial harassment. And there's a lot of exploitation, and I think that we really need to stop as a nation, and also as an international beauty pageant community, we need to be fair to the girls. We can't just use girls as objects and throw them as objects and exploit them for our own publicity or our own business. And it's just so wrong to do that. And I know that beauty pageants is also a business, it's also an entertainment. But at the end of the day, you're playing with their feelings and you're hurting us. And you're really traumatizing a bunch of girls just for money or whatever. I just think it's so wrong because even when I was in the Miss Universe competition, they were literally just continuously filming the favorite girls, and they completely ignored all the other girls. And when I saw the girls' faces in that competition, they looked like crap. They were so sad. They were so heartbroken because they already knew that they had no chance of winning. They already knew that they were never going to win, that they never had what it takes. And it was just so heartbreaking for me to see that because I saw them, I saw their energies. And towards the last few days of the competition, everybody just gave up. They just stopped caring. They didn't care. They just...
You guys need to go and watch this Jane Deepika Garrett's YouTube video because, seriously, she talked about a lot that happened in Miss Universe. Aside from what she suffered, you guys heard all she said now with the organizers of Miss Universe Nepal, how they're exploiting girls in Miss Universe Nepal, how they are sexually harassing the girls, and they staffed them of finances and all. Now coming to Miss Universe, after she had she had to solicit for funds to fund her traveling expenses and all to Miss Universe in Mexico. Sorry, in El Salvador, not Mexico. Sorry, in El Salvador. So when she got to El Salvador and all, she noticed that there were some form of favoritism amongst the Miss Universe organizers. Okay, so she said that some other girls, they were always filming the favorite girls, leaving the other girls that were not favorites to the mercy of the other. You should, as a contestant, you will know when they are favoring other countries above the other countries. So she mentioned that there were some other things that she noticed, from the organizers of Miss Universe. Okay, and she said that there was heavy favoritism in camp in El Salvador. So most of the girls, they were just tired. They just wanted the competition to end so they can go home. So it was that bad that a lot of girls knew that they were not going to win the pageant. They were not going to make the cut. Okay, so she said it's by luck. She made the top 20 by by the inclusivity matter they're talking about. But she knew that after that top 20, she was not going to go forward to top 10. Okay, so she said a lot of things as per how they were being treated in El Salvador and all. So you guys, let me continue from where she stopped. Okay, let's continue from where she stopped.
They just stopped caring. They didn't care. They just wanted to leave. They just wanted to go home. So many girls were crying and telling me, I just want to go home. I'm so tired of being here. And I was just like, I just felt so sad for them. And even in top 20, I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. Top 20, there's a bunch of inclusive girls added into the competition. And then all of a sudden in top 10, we were all cut out. And that really looked like a plot to me. It really looked like an inclusive plot to just get more views. And then in top 10, they really added who they really wanted to win inside top 10, And they were
so now what she's saying now is that after the top 20 in Miss Universe last year, they had to cut out, they put a lot of girls, at least let them know that, okay, those inclusivity girls, and also everybody would think that, oh, they really meant it when they said they needed plus size ladies, they needed transgenders, they needed other countries that are not that will make them feel like, okay, they are not being biased and all. So after the top 20, the top 10, they found out that the top 10 girls, they were the ones that the organization wanted. Okay, not all the girls that they thought that, oh, they merited it, at least for inclusivity's sake, they were all removed from the top 10. So you can see that there's a lot of favoritism in Miss Universe as well. So I don't know. Let's see what this year's format is going to bring, because right now you're hearing from the horse's mouth. You're hearing from a former contestant of Miss Universe. She's telling you what she passed through in El Salvador. So it's not a joke at all. It's not a joke.
Big countries, all of them are all the big countries every single time, and it's always the big countries. And I understand that it's a business. I understand that Miss Universe needs to make money. It's an organization, and it has to make money, of course, and it needs to get viewership, because the bigger countries, like the big pageant countries, are the ones that watch the Miss Universe or the other big pageants, right? So I totally understand that. I get that, and everything is a controversy. There's always politics and everything. So I'm not bad-mouthing Miss Universe. I'm not putting down anyone. I'm so happy that I got to be a part of Miss Universe. That is my childhood dream, and I'm the first plus-size girl. It's just literally a dream to be there. So I'm so happy to be a part of that. But I'm just raising some issues that need some awareness and that we can improve. That's all. And but yeah, right after the winner won.
Hey guys, give me a minute. I'll be back. So guys, sorry for that break in transmission. I just went to do one or two things that needed my attention urgently. All right, so let's start.
Right after the winner won, nobody even cared about our security. A whole security team came and then just went to the winner, and like we were all left out in the dark, like nobody cared, and like we could have literally just gotten harassed or like abused or something, and like nobody gave a crap, and they're just like, okay, go home, like you can go home now. Like that was literally it, and we were just like, what about our safety? What about our security? Like, are you not gonna care anymore? Like, because like during the whole competition, we were all like continuously secure, safe. Like there was a whole team, and right after the winner got crowned, we were just like thrown into the dark and just like, okay, go home, like we're done. Like that was it, and it was just like, okay, that's kind of scary. Like, what if we got like harassed or something, you know? But yeah, I mean, the overall competition at Miss Universe was really fun. It's just like there's a lot of favoritism. There's a lot of you know, and I'm just speaking out for the girls. I mean, I'm really happy that I got to be highlighted and I got to be seen and heard in the competition. It was amazing. I'm so blessed for that. But I'm just speaking out for the other girls, and I'm speaking out for the other smaller countries, because I understand how they feel. Because it really hurts to, you know, it's like it's not really a fair competition. It doesn't really feel that way, and it's like every girl needs to get a chance, and every country needs to get a chance. Otherwise, there's no point for allowing all these countries to come in, and there's just like, there's no point, you know. It's just like doing it just for like a business deal. It's just like for a business deal, like, okay, we'll send your country, we'll pay you money, and you know, we get to highlight our girl, and that's about it. And like, that's not. Is that the essence of beauty pageantry? Is it? Like, what have we come to? We've just come to this whole business thing, you know, and I get it, it's a business, it's an organization, but it's like, shouldn't it be much more than that? Shouldn't it be much more to empower women? Because how is that empowering women when we're harassing girls, when we're exploiting them, when we're using their face for free, when we're not giving them what we promised them, and when we're just throwing them under the bus when we're finished with them? That is not the essence of beauty pageantry. For me, I love beauty pageants, but beauty pageants should be empowering for women. Beauty pageants should be there to support women, to uplift women, to help them with their careers, or to help them with their advocacy, or whatever they're trying to do with their platform. And I wanted to do so much with my platform, and I feel like if I had a proper management and a proper team, I would have gotten so much more viewership, so many more opportunities that I could have gotten, but I didn't get them, and I couldn't get them because I was stuck in Nepal for so many months, and I couldn't leave the country, and I had no jobs and no opportunity. Right when I came back, the most amazing thing that happened for me though is I got to walk for Dubai Fashion Week. That was so amazing, and I'm so blessed for that, and I'm so grateful for Michael Cinco for, you know, supporting me.
So I think she has said everything that I want to talk about, you know, later today, you know, based on how beauty queens are being treated. So you guys, if you listen to what she said, she talked about what happened after, you know, they crowned the winner in last year's Miss Universe. Like, it seemed like the other girls did not matter. All the security details, all the staff and all, they actually, you know, they gave attention to the winner and left the other girls to their fate. So how they went back to their countries, it doesn't concern the organizers of Miss Universe. How you know, they were able to get on board and go back to their countries, it wasn't, you know, the business of the organizers. Okay, so basically, after the winner is crowned, you're on your own. You go on and board your plane and go back to your country. So what if, you know, she was saying that what if there was an harassment or any issues, you know, a lot of security and all. So apart from that, she was saying that before the pageant, before the finals, there were security, they were giving security and all, but after the pageant, everybody to your own tent. Okay, so they did not really care about all the other girls apart from the winner. All right, so she talked about, you know, favoritism in the pageant, you know, them not exploiting the girls and all that. At the end of the day, the beauty pageant industry is kind of corrupt. In fact, it's corrupt. It's not kind of, it's corrupt as we speak. And if they should continue like this, the pageant system will fizzle out in no time, because there's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of favoritism, there's a lot of issues that is, you know, that's currently playing out in the beauty pageant industry. So she made a lot of points here. You guys should just go. I don't know if you guys can get hold of this particular video from Miss Universe Nepal for last year. Like, she wasn't even invited to crown the new queen from Nepal. Like, she didn't get to crown the new queen. They didn't even give her the chance to do that, because she spoke out, because she was, you know, she spoke out against what they did to her, spoke out and told them that she wasn't treated well. So they stopped her from coming over to crown the new Miss Universe Nepal, which I feel like is very bad. Okay, it's a very bad thing for them to treat her that way. And of course, she gave them the placement, top 20 placement. So I felt like they should fulfill their obligations as a franchise holder. All the things that they promised her, all the contractual clauses in the documents that she signed. None of them. There was no. They didn't execute any of them. Nothing was done for her, which is very bad, and which I'm talking about in the pageant industry. A lot of persons, a lot of countries are complaining apart from Africa. So I just to open our eyes to see that it's not only Africa that's affected, the other continents are affected as well. What Miss Universe Nepal went through is not what I would, even want anyone to go through. It's so sad that, after everything that she did, placing in the Miss Universe pageant and all, they didn't even acknowledge her at all.
Supporting me and being there for me. And
so let's
walk for him. It was just so amazing. It was such
let
a
me just
experience. So I'm really grateful for that. And I did that. I did that with the help of my managers. I got new managers from the US, and they finally, started working and helping me. But it's like when I was in that moment.
So just talk about getting new management from outside your country, getting the best management, so that you can get jobs. Because how do these models feed if they don't have jobs, if they don't have sponsors that can pay them for sponsored ads, for photo shoots and all? So how do they even make money? So that's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying. Like even here in Africa, that's why they always crown the girls that come from wealthy backgrounds, because of course they know that they cannot fund the expenses of traveling to represent Nigeria internationally. So how then? Where do they put in the funds that they make from the pageants, from the sponsors and all? Where do they put in the funds if they cannot, financially support the queens? So these are what the things I'm saying, and these are what we are going to dissect later today in my other live stream. Okay, I just wanted us to know what Miss Universe Nepal went through during Miss Universe last year, and what she went through even in the hands of our national pageant directors and all. It's so sad.
But it's like when I was in that momentum period, when I was
so let me just finish up.
Hype period.
Let me just finish up from what she said.
I could have skin color or skin tone or whatever, and if I complain about this person, then he threatens to miscommunicate you from all the people in the industry, and he threatens you with the
Okay, now she's saying that if you speak out, like if you begin to speak out, against the mistreatment and all, they begin to gaslight you. They begin to make you feel like you're not supposed to speak out, that they are doing you a favor by crowning you as the representative and all. They're giving you the platform, and so whatever you want to do with the platform is your business, which I feel like is very bad. What happens to supporting the queen, even if you don't financially take over the responsibility, but at least making sure that she has the funds needed to transport her down to represent the country in an international pageant. Okay, so I don't really understand. Like that means they don't even give out the prize monies. All the prize money that they talk about when a beauty queen wins the pageant, they don't give it to them, and most of them are not speaking out. They are just keeping quiet. They just hand over the crown and they keep quiet. They don't speak out. They don't let the whole world or let the country or whoever the pageant fans know that this is what they are going through behind closed doors, that they are actually suffering. They're actually suffering behind closed doors. So they are the ones to fund their international trips. They are the ones to fund to feed themselves, to take off their wardrobe and all. It's too much on them. So what about the prize money? Okay, if at all they give them the prize money, they can actually get whatever they want to do from the prize money. But as it is right now, there's no prize money. There's no support from the organizers. Nothing is being done. So it's so sad. It's very, very sad. So let me just finish up from what she said about, when she speaks out and what, the kind of treatment they give to her.
People in the industry, and he threatens you with the miscommunication of everybody in the industry. And it's really scary because it's like, okay, he has all these connections, and it's like, oh, you can't get work after if you complain about it. So he's been exploiting girls for years, and he's been cutting girls off for years, because if somebody goes against him, then you're cut off, and he's the bully, and he's the king, and everybody else has to listen to him. That's how he acts like, and that's how he rules, and that's evil, and he needs to stop. He needs to stop. A beauty pageant should be empowering women, uplifting women, not dragging them down and using their face. When I came back and I got this huge platform on my social media, no one in Nepal has ever gotten that in history. I come back here, it's the organizer's job to give me jobs. It's the organizer's job to get me work. It's the organizer's job to get me media and press. He didn't do any of that. He was supposed to, the president, the prime minister, nobody in my country even acknowledged me and the work that I did. And I'm not saying that I deserve that, but I'm saying that if I did something for this country so big like that, I should be acknowledged. And I know that I deserve that because I did so much. And I know that. And I'm not saying I expected that, but it's like, I know that I deserve it. And it's just sad, It's like Nepal, as a country, we really need to support our people. We really need to be there for each other, because that's the only way our country can actually grow economically, socially, culturally. Otherwise, it's never going to grow. It's never going to become one, because we're so scattered in our ideas and our wants, our need for power. We're so scattered in our jealousy and dragging each other down because we're so jealous. We're so, oh, she got to go here, I didn't get to go, so I'm jealous. That's not how it works. We need to support each other. We need to uplift each other as a country, as a nation. And that's the only way that we can grow and develop. Anyways, I'm finished with my story of Miss Universe, and overall, I would rate my experience probably a 6 out of 10, or a 7 out of 10, because I loved going to Miss Universe. It was a life-changing experience, and I really, really enjoyed it. But there's a lot of, my reign, I feel like I could have done a lot more in my reign, and I wanted to do a lot more. And I felt really stuck and helpless, and I couldn't, very few people helped me, and I'm really grateful for them that helped me. I'm very grateful for the people that helped me and saw me and heard me. And so I'm just very grateful for them. But I'm grateful for all the lessons that I've learned and everything that I've, been able to achieve and see. But I'm really sad about a lot of things. And so, what can we learn from this? What can we learn is that we can grow, we can continue to grow, we can continue to improve, we can learn from our different experiences, and we can always, try to become a better person and try to become the better person in any situation that is trying to drag you down. Always try to become better and try to do better and forgive others. Forgiveness is very important, because bitterness really leads to sickness in your body. It just kills you. It doesn't kill them, it kills you. And being bitter is just horrible. So I just want to encourage all of you to, be aware, and we should spread our voices. We should, be aware of the treatment of girls in beauty pageants. We're not objects. We're not here to be judged by you. We're literally going to beauty pageants to improve ourselves, to just put ourselves out there on a platform. And it doesn't mean you get the right to just put us down or judge us or exploit us or use us. It doesn't mean that. And I think that we need to improve that. Otherwise, beauty pageants are going to end very soon. And I can see that happening. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want more videos.
All right, so guys, this is the end of the video. This is the end of her own video, where she talked about what she went through and all, and her experiences and the lessons that we need to learn from her experience. It's so sad. After listening to what she said right now, it's so sad that there's a lot of exploitation in the beauty pageant industry, a lot of corruption, a lot of sexual harassment, a lot of things that ordinarily we don't want to hear or don't want to talk about, or because it's eating so deep into the system that a lot of these girls cannot open up their mouths to speak. They cannot talk about their experiences. When they talk about their experiences, they are being blacklisted, which is very sad. Okay, so she said that a lot of other beauty queens that have been treated unfairly should come out, that has been treated unjustly should come out and speak out, okay, so that you can help the other ones that are yet to join. And with what she said right now, you guys hear what she said, that if with time, if this continue, the beauty pageant industry would fizzle out. And she sees it fizzling out because of all this corruption and all this harassment, all this exploitation from the pageant organizers, from the franchise holders and the likes. So it's so sad that beauty pageant here beauty pageant is not even about Africa now, it's about other continents. Miss Universe Nepal just made us realize that look at what she went through. If she didn't speak out, if she didn't talk about her experiences, none of us would have believed that she would have this kind of experience. Because I was thinking that the organizers from the Asia region and the Latin American region, they are more organized and all. But you'll be so shocked when you hear what other ex-beauty queens have to say about their reign, what happened to them during their reign. So most of all these so-called franchise owners and pageant organizers, they don't actually give out the prize money to these girls after the pageant. And it's very sad. After you've signed the contract and all, you're expecting to live a good life. At the end of the day, you start soliciting for funds. You start looking left, right, and center and running helter-skelter. The time that you're supposed to use to prepare for the pageant, you need to seek for funds and all. The organization just gives you the barest minimum support, which is very poor. Guys, like, it's very, very poor. Okay, so this video is just about dissecting what Miss Universe Nepal went through during her national pageant, her journey to her journey to El Salvador last year, all that she experienced in Miss Universe in El Salvador, coming back, and what the Miss Universe Nepal organization did to her, how they exploited her, how they did not, give her the prize money and all. So it's so sad. All these issues are what we need to talk about when, issues like this come up. We need to address it once and for all. We don't need to hide it under the carpet. You don't need to cover it up, because a lot of other beauty queens went through the same thing. You'll be shocked, like I said, you'll be shocked when you hear the stories of other beauty queens as well, what they went through during their own tenure, during their reign. It's so sad. It's very, very sad, guys, like, seriously. So this is all I have to say in this particular live stream, okay? So guys, join me for the next one by 6. That one, it will be more interactive, okay? So I'm just going to talk about Miss Universe Nepal's experience in this particular live stream, okay? That one, I'm going to talk about a particular beauty queen here in Nigeria that was wrongfully dethroned due to harassment, due to a lot of things. She's complained about a lot of things, and also what led to her dethronement, okay? So those are the things I'm going to talk about in the next live stream. I think that will be by 6 o'clock. All right, so you guys should join me for that particular one. All right, so for those of you that are coming in late, you can rewatch the live stream as soon as I end it, so you can understand better. Okay, you can understand what I said, so you can have a better understanding of what I said, okay? All right, so I'll just attend to a few more comments, and that's all for today. Hello, Melia, are you still here? Okay, Melia, how are you? Ashanka, where are you chatting from? Efsani, where are you chatting from? Lucy Cochrane, how are you doing today? All right, so I'll just attend to a few more comments, and we're out of here. I don't want to talk much today. Ask your questions, or make your comments, like, engage with your comments before I end the live stream. What do you have to say about what just happened? Do you think that just lend your voice to what you just heard now, so that we can end the live stream? I normally don't go live by this time. That's why I know that a lot of my fans are not around. Today is public holiday here in Nigeria, so I have a lot of time to create content, okay? I'm not working today, so I have a lot of time to create content. So that's why I came on live by this time. I usually don't come on live by this time. So because of the public holiday, I have a lot of time to create content. That's why I came on live by this time. Okay, so I think I'll end it here, guys. Please do well to join me in my live stream for 6 o'clock. All right. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.